Today we are going to start with chapter 11, which is entitled The Inflectional Paradigms. Remember in chapter 8, we had the term the derivational paradigm. And today we are going to talk about the inflectional paradigm. So what is the difference between them? Let's have a look on the difference between the derivational paradigm and the inflectional paradigm, and then we will continue dealing with the inflectional paradigm. The derivational paradigm, if you remember, consists of related words with the same base plus derivational affixes from its name, derivational paradigm. Each word in this derivational paradigm should have derivational affixes, whether prefixes or suffixes. So, the derivational paradigm consists of related words with the same base plus derivational affixes. For example, man, manly, manhood, mannish, unman, unmanly, etc. Each word in this paradigm consists of the base man plus a derivational suffix or a prefix. So these words constitute the derivational paradigm of the word man. Teach, teacher, teachable, teachability, teachableness. Each word in this paradigm consists of the base teach plus a derivational suffix or two derivational suffixes. So they constitute the derivational paradigm of the word teach. Now let's consider the inflectional paradigm. The inflectional paradigm consists of related words with the same stem and different inflectional affixes. So again, we have related words, but with the same stem and different inflectional affixes. Remember the stem. The stem consists of the base or the bases with derivational affixes. So here we have the same stem in each word in the inflectional paradigm plus inflectional affixes that can go with this paradigm. So with the derivational paradigm, we have words with the same base plus different derivational affixes. But with the inflectional paradigm, we have related words with the same stem and different inflectional affixes. Let's have examples. Man. When we take man and we identified the derivational paradigm of man, we put any derivational affix that can go with this base, like manly, manhood, mannish, unman, unmanly, etc. But if we want to write the inflectional paradigm of man, we have to identify the inflectional affixes that can go with man. Man is a noun. We have only 3 inflectional affixes for nouns: S plural, S singular possessive, and S plural possessive. So we have man, man, mans, and mens. This is the inflectional paradigm of man. Teach is a verb. We have 4 inflectional affixes for the verb: S third, ing verbal, ed past participle. So the inflectional paradigm of the verb teach is teaches. Of course, we start with the stem teach, teaches, teaching, taught, taught. The last word is teacher. Teacher is a noun. So we have 3 inflectional affixes for nouns: S plural, S singular possessive, S plural possessive. So with teacher, we have teachers, teachers, and teachers. Of course, the apostrophe before the S with the S singular possessive and the apostrophe after the S with S plural possessive. So this is the inflectional paradigm for the word teacher. There are 4 inflectional paradigms: a noun paradigm, a pronoun paradigm, a verb paradigm, and a comparable paradigm. Considering that the inflectional affixes are attached to 3 parts of speech, nouns, verbs, and adjectives, we have a noun paradigm, a verb paradigm, and a comparable paradigm. The comparable paradigm is the adjective paradigm, but we don't call it an adjective paradigm. We call it a comparable paradigm. In addition to those 3 paradigms, we have an additional inflectional paradigm that is called a pronoun paradigm. So to sum up, we have 4 inflectional paradigms: a noun paradigm, a pronoun paradigm, a verb paradigm, and a comparable paradigm. Let's start with the first type of the inflectional paradigm, which is the noun paradigm. From its name, noun paradigm, it means that the stem is a noun. And the inflectional affixes that can be attached to nouns are 3 only: the S plural, the S singular possessive, and the S plural possessive. It means that the noun paradigm consists of 4 forms: the stem, the plural form, the singular possessive form, and the plural possessive form. We have 4 forms of a noun in the noun paradigm. For example, the noun bird. Bird is the stem. The plural form is birds. The singular possessive form is birds with the apostrophe before the S. And the plural possessive form is birds, the apostrophe after the S. So these 4 words constitute the noun paradigm of the word bird, which is a noun. Mouse. Mouse is the stem. The plural form is mice. The singular possessive form is mouses. The plural possessive form is mices. So the inflectional paradigm of mouse, the noun paradigm of mouse, is mouse, mice, mouses, mices. Worker is a noun. So the plural form of worker is workers. Worker is the stem, of course. Workers is the plural form. Workers with the apostrophe before the S is the singular possessive form. And workers with the apostrophe after the S is the plural possessive form. So the inflectional paradigm or the noun paradigm of the noun worker is worker, workers, workers, workers. All noun paradigms consist of 4 positions, 4 forms: the stem, the plural form, the singular possessive form, and the plural possessive form. The second type of the inflectional paradigms is called the pronoun paradigm. In the pronoun paradigm, we will not have a stem plus inflectional affixes like the noun, the verb, and the comparable paradigms. Here, we will have closed words with fixed forms, pronouns. And these pronouns are going to be classified according to 4 forms: the subject form, the object form, the prenominal possessive, and the substitutional possessive. So we are going to classify these pronouns according to these 4 classifications: the subject, the object, the prenominal possessive, and the substitutional possessive. Within the pronoun paradigm, we have fixed members, we have fixed pronouns because we have small number of pronouns in the English language. These pronouns are classified according to the person. We have first person pronouns, we have second person pronouns, pronouns and we have third person pronouns. And within each person we have singular and plural. We have male, female, and neutral within the third person. So we distinguish each type of pronoun according to the person, the number, and the gender of each pronoun. Now let's start with the first one, the first person singular pronoun. The first person singular pronoun is I in the subject position, me in the object position, my in the pronominal possessive, and mine in the substitutional possessive. The pronoun paradigm for the first person plural is as follows. In the subject position, we. In the object position, us. In the pronominal possessive, our. In the substitutional possessive, ours. Notice that we have first person singular and we have first person plural. So you have to distinguish between the two. In the first person singular, we have I, me, my, mine. In the first person plural, we have we, us, our, ours. For the second person pronouns, we don't distinguish between singular and plural. We have the same form for the second person singular or the second person plural. Whether we have second person singular or second person plural, the pronoun paradigm is as follows. In the subject position, we have you. In the object position, we have you. In the pronominal possessive, we have your. In the substitutional possessive, we have yours. The third person pronoun is very important because we have to distinguish between the singular and the plural. And within the singular, we have to distinguish between the three categories, the three genders, the masculine, feminine, and neutral. Masculine refers to males, feminine, females, and neutral in between. Now we come to the third person singular masculine. If we want to have this or to write the pronoun paradigm for the third person singular masculine, it is he in the subject position, him in the object position, his in the pronominal possessive, and his in the substitutional possessive. For third person singular feminine, we have she in the subject position, her in the object position, her in the pronominal possessive, and hers in the substitutional possessive. The pronoun paradigm for the third person singular neutral is as follows. It in the subject position, it in the object position, it's in the pronominal possessive, and it's in the substitutional possessive. So for the third person singular, we have third person singular masculine, third person singular feminine, and third person singular neutral. Now we come to the third person plural. In the third person plural, the paradigm is going to be they in the subject position, them in the object position, their in the pronominal possessive, and theirs in the substitutional possessive. So you have to distinguish between third person singular and plural. And within third person singular, you have to distinguish between masculine, feminine, or neutral. The last pronoun paradigm is related to the interrogative and relative pronouns. In this paradigm, in the subject position, we have who. In the object position, whom. In the pronominal possessive, whose. And in the substitutional possessive, whose. So this is the pronoun paradigm of the interrogative and relative pronouns.